Hey everyone, today I wanted to give you a little bit of an office tour. So specifically in this office tour, I'm going to walk through what I have up behind my desk. So my husband and I put together these pegboards, which we painted purple and green because those are my favorite colors. Actually, purple is my favorite color and green is his favorite color. I was a little unsure how well it was going to look, but I actually really love the way it turned out. Just don't look too closely because I painted it kind of sloppily. And I apologize if this camera is a little bit shaky. I do not have a tripod, so I'm doing this myself. But I wanted to walk through some of the things that have made this super functional for me and why I like the way I set this up. So I'm gonna move closer here so that I can actually pick up some pieces. So I have a ton of stitch markers, as you can see. So I grabbed this mason jar that is quilted, as they say, to put all of my stitch markers in so I can just easily grab them when I'm ready to start a project. And I have them all in one place. Sorry for the squeaking, I'm trying to move my office chair. So I have them all in one place so they're easy just to pick up and grab. And then I have some projects that I finished just because looking at them makes me happy. So I'm super happy when I walk into my office and this is the first thing I see from the door. I also had purchased a big pack of eyes off of the website that starts with A, and they came with this nifty little hook on top, or this loop on top, so I just slid that right onto the hook of the pegboard. So this does have a cap on it that would need to be slid off if I ever wanted to take this off, because that loop is like the perfect size of the hook. So down here I have a little basket that kind of holds some of my hooks, as well as some miscellaneous pieces that I'm going to use for projects. So I want to make some keychains. So I grabbed some random keychain pieces and things that I would need. So I've got them in there. And then I have this random container that houses a couple of eyes that were left over in a pack that I used that don't belong with these, and I didn't want to put them in there and get the sizes confused. So also, in addition to having all of this yarn up here, one thing I wanted to make sure of is when I put these into yarn cakes that I didn't lose the information on the sleeve of the yarn. So what I have done, slide that off there, is I have taken a hole punch and hole punched the sleeve and put that on there. Now, one thing I will say, if you care about the pattern that's on the inside of this, you will probably destroy it. For me personally, I'm okay with that. There's only a couple of projects that I have found on a sleeve that I want to make, so those I would treat differently. I would probably tape those to the back behind the yarn or something like that so that I'm not destroying the pattern. So let me slide that back up there. Now, as you can see, that is pushing the center of the yarn out a little bit, so you just want to be cautious when you're taking that on and off because it could push all the guts out. So, now, some of the yarns that were already in a cake when I purchased them, I have left the yarn around them, and I just pulled out the center just because I think it looks neat. The center's kind of drooping down. This one's getting a little wild here, but that's okay. I'll just tuck that back in there. So here's some more pieces that I have made. So this one and this one are Woobles kits, which I really love making those. They're super fun. And I love the way the yarn looks, like all these different colors kind of just stuck together. It's very random, which very much matches my aesthetic. So this is these two are another Woobles kit that I have made. So we've got, Dumbledore and Hedwig. As I mentioned in a previous video, I am a huge Harry Potter fan. So now this one is an example of one that was already caked when I purchased it, but I did take the sleeve off of this one because I want to make the pattern that's on the sleeve. So I took it off because I wanted to read the pattern and make sure I had everything I need. But I bought 2 skeins because it takes 2 to make this pattern, and I left the sleeve on this one just in case I lose the sleeve on this one. So, And as you come over here, I've got 2 more pieces. So I made this one, and then one of my really good friends made this one, which is Harry Potter, which it is flipping adorable. She did such an amazing job on him. My husband actually purchased this for me. I believe it was a birthday present a few years back. But I love it. It's so cute. She did such a good job on him. And then, so if we come down a little bit further, please ignore the trash. This is from the shelving that I just put up the other day, so I've got to get that out to our burn bin. But I've got another basket, and in here I have yarn scraps. So these are really tiny pieces, or pieces with knots that I couldn't get out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to help stuff my stuffed animals I make, so that I'm not having to use as much polyfill. I'll show you when I finish my next one. I'll show you how I do that, because I think it's neat and it's a good use of your scraps, so you're not wasting it. And then I have some of my crochet books. I don't have all of them, but here's a huge one that I'm using to learn some new stitches. I will say this book is okay. I don't necessarily love it, because I think the learning style in it just doesn't fit my learning style. I did purchase this offline, so it was, or I did purchase this online, so I didn't get to see the book and what it looked like before I purchased it, so that's on me. But it's still a really helpful book, and I've learned a lot from it. But if I had a do-over, I would probably pick something different. A Year of Granny Squares. I want to start this book. This is a newer book. It starts in spring, and it gives you a new granny square every week to make, and they're all like spring, summer, fall, winter. It's really cute. And as you can see, just there's a lot of really cute ones right on the front page. Like, I love the snowflake, and I don't even like snow, but I love the snowflake. All right, and now this last book, which this is not sliding because of that jar, so I'll set that out there. So my last book is a book that I have had for a very long time. I do not remember where I got this, but I've had it for a long time. This one does have a lot of neat techniques and tips and stuff in it, and a few like stitch patterns, or not patterns, how to make certain stitches. So I really like this one. I believe this came in like a beginner's kit that I got many years ago. So I've been crocheting on and off for many years. I had an aunt that taught me how to crochet. And I basically, when she taught me, I learned how to do a chain stitch, and she tried very hard for me to learn other stitches, and I was just so excited about that chain stitch that I only wanted to make chain stitches. So I went through many skeins of yarn, just making chains and hanging them up around my room, because that was the only thing I was interested in learning. Now that I'm older, and I'm self-teaching myself some new stitches, I greatly wish that younger me would have sat down with her and learned more, because unfortunately now I no longer have that opportunity. But yeah, I've had a lot of people in my life that crocheted, and unfortunately I did not take the time to sit down with them and learn more. So, but anyways, here is my wall. As you can see, I have all kinds of open hooks that I'm working on filling. I have much more yarn than this, of course, and I'm working on getting them all put into these nice little cakes so that I can get them up on the wall. But yeah, I'll give you a closer look of a cake, because I love the way the sides look, and it holds it together, and you just pull it out from the center. Now, one thing I will say, if I start making a few things with this and I don't finish it, I will recake this to make it a little bit smaller, because it does lose its integrity as it gets closer to just the outer walls being there. But yeah, that is a small office tour. Let me know if you'd like to see anything else, or if you have any questions on how my husband and I did this. Have a great rest of your day.